Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another video for Kaiju number 8. And this time, it's what a best start to start Kaiju number 8 now that we have a Steam coming in few days, right? On October 1, we're gonna get the Steam version, and with this Steam version, you're gonna get the best head start and the best bossing experience. So, why I'll be talking about this, because it's super important for many people that do not understand the mechanics of the game. I'll be explaining them completely so you can understand what to do and what characters that you should aim for, and it will give you the upper hand and the advantage for you to go and defeat every single content in the game, specifically for when they drop the raid bosses, right? The raid battles. As you see, they extended the event and they gave us more HP on the boss and more rewards for us to claim. The game is absolutely looking brilliant with this one, and there's 3 or 4 different contents that coming soon. They're speaking about free roam content where you get your hero and or your officer, we call them officers here, and you roam through the map and kill kaijus in different ways, which will be really nice. But the most important thing that I want to talk about is the units that you want to pick. And there's a specific set of characters that I want you to focus on depending on you and how you see the game. So we have different things. First of all, you're gonna go and defeat the chapter, right? You can watch my beginner guide when I start, or my reroll guide that you can apply it also to Steam version. I think it will be the same, but you need to change. I mean, on Steam, you need to tie it with your email or something like that. I'll figure it out when Steam does drop. So I'll be doing a reroll version guide of the Steam one. But the most important one, you finish the story, you finish everything, who you want to aim for. Now, you still have time to get this Hoshina. Now this Hoshina, it proved to be, he's on the same level as Mina for bossing, right? So the biggest damage dealer for bossing right now is Mina. Next to her is Reno. Like, they do immediately, like almost the same damage. They immediately go and start shredding the boss. But Mina does accelerate more because she, I think, deals 50% extra damages towards single target units when there's one unit on the field, which is the boss. Now, what does Hoshina does? He does exactly the same thing. He does extra damages when there's only a few characters or few enemies, which when you have a boss on the field. He absolutely, on the same scale as Mina, maybe outscales her a little bit with his damages, specifically for event. Now, if you're watching this and we have the raid for Kaiju number 2, which we have it already online, he does more damage. Why? Because he's a slash character, and the boss takes more damage from slash characters, which him and the normal Hoshina and different characters that does slash. So what makes him slightly better in bossing than normal Mina? What makes him slightly better than the SSR Mina that already we have, that he's breaking the core consistently, back to back, similar to Gen. So you can play Gen and him, or you can pull for Gen and try to pull somebody else. Now, this one ends on the 1st of October when the Steam version releases for Sagan. I don't know if you can get Sagan Shanomiya, but if you can go, and if it is the Steam drops before reset and we still have Sagan, if you want to go for 1 copy of Sagan and try your luck to get 1 copy of Hoshina, the United Front one, you'll be absolutely lucky on your account, right? And you can go and try to aim for Gen here, and then whatever the account give you, you'll be absolutely fine. And if you're gonna go and summon on Sagan, summon on Hoshina, you also have the chance to drop a Reno by any mistake. Reno is one of the greatest damage dealers. Why Reno is special? Because Reno has something called making your entire team look like a carry, because they attack and he has the crystal shards on the boss. Whenever they attack, they deal damage 24% or 25% according to his attack. So you deal extra damages. So he buffs the damages of your entire team, makes everybody as a carry on your lineup, which is really nice. And if you pair him up with somebody like Gen or this Hoshina, it will be huge. This Hoshina breaks the core multiple times. He accelerates. He's the fastest unit in the game right now. And now, if you want to go and summon on this manner, I'm going to tell you right now, do not go for Kaiju number 8. Yeah, I know the dev said, everybody, if you want to have a good gameplay, if you want, you can go for Kaiju number 8. It's not wrong. Kaiju number 8, you need to understand something. Yes, his damages are more than everybody. He gets naturally crit rate more than everybody, crit damage more than everybody. His speed is decent, but he doesn't wear any type of set. It means you can't put on him a weapon, or you can't put on him uniparts. So the extra effects from weapons and from uniparts that you can find on any other character, he does not have these privileges. He hits for a blunt damage, absolutely fantastic. But the most important one here for you to go, if you want to play this game on a comfort way, if you want to go and absolutely destroy every single content, if you didn't pull Hoshina, the new one, the United Front, you can go for Gen. Now, what does Gen do? He accelerates really quickly and he goes back to back. He cuts in front of your allies and your enemies. He takes like extra turns and he breaks the core consistently because he has multi-hits. So instead of hitting one time, then hitting one time with different characters, he can hit only one time and it's considered 2 hits. So he does multi-hits. So he hits like 1, 2, 3 versus the boss and he exposes the core really quick. So this will be the absolutely insane unit. His damages are one of the toppest damages. You have for bossing, you have now Hoshina, Reno, and Mina. Almost they do exactly the same damages depending on the type that you're fighting, but sometimes somebody gets on top of anyone. I will say it from now. The new Hoshina is always getting the toppest charts versus the bosses. Then comes Reno because he lets everybody attack and you deal the percentage of his attack as damage with any unit on the field, which is absolutely huge. Then comes Mina, the absolutely boss shredder, solo on her own. She's dependent on her. She doesn't buff anybody. She buffs herself selfish a little bit. But if you can focus her and buff her with different supports, you'll absolutely be great. Now for weapons, I just want you to understand, whatever weapons you pull here, let's say you didn't want to pull somebody like Esau, or you got his weapon, or you maxed somebody's weapon, or you got double drops of different weapons that you didn't want to use, you don't have their units, you can absolutely go to the shop or go to your storage. Here we go. Let me show you where you can go. So you can hit the 3 tabs here, the bars, and you can go to your storage. And in the storage, you can go to the weapons. You can go to any weapon that you don't want. Let's say there's a weapon I'm not using, like this one. I'm upgrading every weapon because in the end, eventually we're gonna have every normal SSR character on the regular banner, right? So I'm gonna give them their weapons and that's it. You can unlock it and you can click the dismantle and you can pick whichever gear that you want and you can dismantle it. Now this one, I had 3 copies of it. I forced it, so I get this type of gem here, right? So whenever we're gonna get this gem, let me lock it again so I don't do the mistake. You're gonna go to your shop. In your shop, you can go and check the weapon exchange. If you have these cores, which I have one of them, I can buy whatever weapon that I want. I can use them on the characters. Now, whatever weapon that you fuse, let's say you fuse 2 weapons together, whenever you dismantle it, you get 2 shards of this. So it's not that big of a problem. And then you can pick one of these weapons to use it. Now, of course, you are limited to how much you can change this. I think once per month or something like that, or once per account, who knows? But at least you're gonna get the weapon that you need on that character if you were unlucky to get it. Like for me, I didn't get the weapons. I think it was Esau at the start, and then I got multiple of his weapon, of course, because the first time you don't get it, you buy it from here and then you get it again. So I got the Esau weapons here, and then it drops for me again. I think I can buy one. No. I already bought it, okay? So I think monthly exchange limit. So it's monthly. So every month I can buy one of this. So I can save it and I can max his weapon and it will be super helpful for that account. Another units that you need to think about are the support units. So if I go to my characters, as you see, I prioritized, first of all, this is basically a defender support and Sagan is a defender support. So I prioritized them. And then I got Mr. Reno himself, my best carry on my account. So I kept him. And then randomly I got the normal Hoshina, Kaiju number 8, I think I pulled him for the selected character, which was a mistake on my behalf. If I can go through time and replace somebody, I might replace him. Now, the upside part about him, that you only need to level up his skills. You don't care about no weapon, you don't care about no unipart, right? Because he doesn't wear them. And if you check generally on his skills, he has 50% of crit rate on his own, which is decent. So if you play another support that buffs crit rate, he can go up and up. He can go to 70% actually if you play with him, the Hoshina, the Blade Specialist, which is the SR1, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, how do you want to play these supports, these buffers, even the tanky ones? The most important one is either resistance, healing, gauge ultimate, or you want to play their main stat. So let's say here, he plays around defense. I gave him defense. He plays around his ultimate as well, because his ultimate is really a good blunt damage that I need sometimes to break bosses. So I gave him ultimate gauge so he can spam that ultimate whenever, and speed. Speed is the most thing on your characters that are supports. You don't want to put speed on your carries. Why? You want your supports to go first, apply their buffs, and then you want to go with your carries. So whenever you want to build uniparts, that make sure to build them on speed, your supports, the first thing that you want to do. The breaking point of the game is getting characters to 90/100 and you're going to defeat everything in the game. So the game generally, when you're upgrading a unit, you're going to go like this. Let me show you a unit here that we didn't fully upgrade. Oh, I did upgrade everybody. So anyway, I want to upgrade, who's the next one that I want to try? I think I wanted to try him for the stuns. So if we're going to go and upgrade him, right? I got him to 20. Now, he's 20, right? Here, he has these. Now, when you break him, when you do the limit, right? I broke him. Look what I gained. I gained stats in percentages in attack and effect resistance before anything else, right? And I unlocked skills. At level 80, you unlock every skill that every character have. But whenever you break them from 20/20 to 20/30, if you're gonna go and check here, when I upgrade him again, I don't get any percentages. I just get flat attacks or flat stats. And you're gonna see 20/40 because it's early game. Now it will go up to 40, maybe 60, then 60 to 80, or 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90. That's it. So you don't wanna stop your character at, especially your main roster. Just build 4 units and make them your main team, and then build anybody else afterwards, right? Just build them to 80/90 at least, so you can defeat all of this, right? This is what you need to focus on, the fierce battle. You want to go and make them, as you see, we finished everything, 3-starred everything, because we have the teams, we have the gears. You need 1 carry on every single team at least, and you need 3 supports, or at least 2 carries, 2 supports, depending on your role and how you pulled your teams. So this is the most important thing you want to focus on. And as I said, you want to focus on your characters and check what do they do, what do they need. You want to check what they are, what type they are. So let's take Reno for an example. This is my carry. He's my most important carry. Broken, busted in this game. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't have any dupes on him. I don't have any dupes on his weapon. Right? I made his weapon level 100. I made his stats level 100. Now my second carry on this account, it's still one of these 2. So his weapon's at 60, he's level 100. Her level is at 80 because she has more crit rate that I rolled on her, and naturally she has more crit rate, so she's helping me a lot. Plus she's another slash character. I won't be building 2 slash character and maxing them out. So I decided on Kikaru because I like Kikaru. And we have Kafka that you don't need to build any weapons, any uniparts. Just build him to level 100. He's ready to go. He's absolutely a monster, ready to go. So what's the best partner for Kaiju? If you want a partner that is best for Kaiju, you want to build a blade specialist, Soshiro Hoshina, because he's the SR1 and he's absolutely fantastic. You want to build him on speed if you can. I gave him slash. He's already naturally the second highest in the game. So all the Hoshina I think are the fastest. So this one, his speed at 146, right? The other one goes up to 150. This one you can give him speed on his boots. The boots gives you speed. The only thing in the game that gives you speed is the boots. So you want to go and try to build him on speed boots. That will help a lot. Now crit damage, it rolled 5-star. I kept it. It doesn't matter. He's at 5% crit rate. We care here for ultimate gauge. Here is the most important thing for your supports. I will roll it later. Let me show you a support that is absolutely busted with a build. Here we go. So she has everything that I need. Speed, ultimate gauge, and she goes on defense or HP. Whatever the support scales off, you want to give them that node. If she scales off of attack as well, you can give her attack. It does not matter. But make them like tanky a little bit. Now she gets the 8% speed as well because it's the wyvern part. You can give her ant part. Now for ant, it will give you more HP. Let's say the support, she scales her healing upon her HP. So what I gave her as a unipart is the HP set. So we get more HP and ultimate charge. So she can go and charge her ultimate and do her ultimate, which is healing. I want to give her speed here. I rolled effect resistance on a blue. These are all blue uniparts that I rolled that it will give you a chance to get to purple. And I got them purple. I want to change this crit damage. Here is increase healing. I want to roll it on increase healing. HP, I kept it on HP. And effect resistance, you can keep it here, but speed is really decent on her as well. You want to go with all your support first so you can do their skills next. The cool thing about my carry, what do you want to build on your carry? So he's ice, as you know, he's ice and he's a normal attacker. So or shot damage dealer. This is shot and attacker. So what I did here, or shot or ice, I rolled into ice damage, which is legendary. I kept it. I rolled onto crit rate. I kept it. I rolled into attack. I kept it. If I can get the legendary or the 5-star attack, he will be fully, I will get it. The unipart will go to 15, right? 5, 5, 5, that's 15. With 15, I'm going to get 40% attack and 25% crit rate. At 25% crit rate, it means I'm 100% crit rate. Why? Because I have his weapon. Also the weapons, if it gives you crit rate, go for it. If it does not give you crit rate on your carry, you might even try to play purples because it's okay to play purples, but you want something that will push your crit rate almost to 100%. Trust me when I tell you 95% crit rate on my Reno, he still sometimes misses his crit rate. The game it feels like it's 50-50 all the time. So I'm at 95% crit rate, 50% crit damage. I really want to give him more crit damage. But when we get buffers that will give you crit damage, again, Hoshina, the SR1, gives you crit damage on specific, let's say, level. When you have 2 bars of energy or less, or 1 bar or less, he will give you crit damage boost, which is really insane for him. It will help him deal extra more damages. So these are the stats on him. So I went for attack, I went for crit rate, and then I went for ice damage, and he's absolutely busted here. If I get dupes on his weapon, dupes on him, he'll absolutely be great here. I think he gets crit rate more, crit damage. Okay, he gets more crit damage because the weapon gives him crit rate, so you don't need to play him on crit rate. Nothing gives him crit rate, only crit damage, and increases his damages because it makes sense. I have his weapon, it gives him crit rate, and I have him on his set that gives him crit rate. He's at 95%, so I don't even need to play him like a battle buddy. Talking about battle buddies, let me explain what is battle buddies. So let's go into one battle here just to check whatever it is. So I want to just show you this. Before the deploy, let's go and do the squad. How can I check the squad? Character detail. Deploy? No. I don't think here I can see it. Let me show it to you in a different way. Maybe in training, I can do this. I can hit deploy. It will show me here. Okay, great. Now, what does battle buddies mean? If you want to go and do rearrange, you see the link here between them that shows you the link. So always slot 1 and slot 2 are battle buddies, slot 3 and slot 4 are battle buddies. You can change this, and now these are battle buddies, these are battle buddies. So you see what? These 2 and 3 never can be battle buddies, and 1 and 4 can't be battle buddies. Also 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. So you want your battle buddies to be together linked here. You can see it. So always spot 3, spot 4, and spot 1 and spot 2 are battle buddies with the link that they have. Because you will have characters that tell you, if we're gonna go to info, where do I see info? If I click on you, here we go, info. You're gonna go and check his skills, and you're gonna check his passive. If I'm not mistaken, it's not his passive, it's his second skill, or any skill that he does. I think it's passive. So if he's doing his ultimate, right, or his combat skill, which is his second skill, if the SP is 2 or less, you get 25% speed. If the SP is 1 or less, you get crit damage by 50% for 2 turns. And this is what I always optimize when I'm doing manually a fight. So I get to 1, like to 2, let's say, or 1, I click his skill, he drops into 1 or less, and my battle buddy, which will be Reno always, most of the time, he will get the crit damage. Now, I don't have to play him with Reno since Reno is great on crit rate. Why do I say that? Because his battle buddy, if you're gonna go and you get 1 more dupe of him, when you're in a battle buddy with anybody, for the rest of the battle, you have crit rate increased by 20% for your battle buddy. So this is why I love to play him, and he's the best partner for Kaiju number 8, right? So if you're gonna have Kaiju number 8, you wanna increase his crit rate to 70%, you play him with Soshiro Hoshina, and you're gonna get that 70% crit rate. And the crit damage, if you're gonna get for 1 or low, increased by 50%, it means 100% crit damage and 70% crit rate, which is so decent for him. Also her, I built her on crit rate, tried to get her to crit rate, so she has almost 50%, even that with weapons. You see the problem, the struggle that we have, even with her weapon, it doesn't give her any crit rate or anything. Like you can go and check whatever, it will give you axes, or I think it's an axe that she has. I don't know, it looks like a blade with an axe. She doesn't get crit rate. So when you give her uniparts, as you see here, it rolled for me the highest roll on the purple one, and the highest roll, I think 15% on the 5-star one, which will give you crit rate as well. So I got crit rate, everything that I tried, even when you dupe her, I think she gets crit rate a little bit. Yes, she gets a buff with 15% crit rate. So she can go to 65%. With the 20%, you'll be able to get to 85% crit rate with her if you're playing Hoshina. So these things matters to you and you want to play them. How do you play against bosses? Some bosses are simple. It does not require anything. Let me show you Kaiju number 2 that we're having the battle against. So if we're gonna go and check Kaiju number 2, he has 2 breaking parts that you need to break with him. Normal attacks, which is normal, this one, whatever faction, it's universal, right? Universal other than the primary one. So you need to break 4 of his layers, or 4 of his plates on slash, 4 of his plates on normal coring exposed. So you want to hit with slash attack, it breaks one. You want to hit with a normal core or normal attack with any different character that does not have slash attack, you're going to break the other one. So this is how you want to do it. Let me go and show you something. So I'm playing here. Oh, this is blunt. I'm blunt because it was on my different team. I was doing something else. So let me change Shinomiya, and here we go. We put you. You're gonna be added here, and let me remove you, and we put another slash character, right? We need 2 slash characters. Okay, so no, that's 3 slash characters. We want to remove you and put Mina. Mina will help me increase the damages, and I don't want, here we go, rearrange, because he's at 95%, I don't want to play him. Here we go, this is how we're gonna play the game. So battle buddies, she's gonna be at almost 60 something% crit rate, and she has a little bit of so I can push her to, she has a little bit of crit rate as well on her own, so I'm gonna push her to crit more. He's gonna always crit, so I'm gonna give him the battle buddy with her, and then we're gonna go and buff everybody with this lineup. It's a decent lineup. I'm not saying it's the best. Now, of course, if you have the Soshiro, the new one, you can play him instead of Shinomiya, and she's gonna do the damages. So these kind of bosses, you want to pay attention on stuff that will happen. I'm not gonna continue this fight. I'm gonna exit it right away, but I just want to show you something. Remove the auto, please. Thank you. Okay. So this boss, you see 4 plates of slash, 4 plates of normal coring expose, which are not slash. You need to pay attention for these, specifically when you're gonna go and farm the medals. There's medals for Kaiju number 1 until Kaiju number 10. You wanna go and defeat that. So we're gonna go and do buffing. So who's this? Is this, my turn is on Mina. Is this Mina or Soshiro? Mina, I think. We're gonna push you. Yeah, Mina is the fastest for me on my lineup. And then we're gonna go with Soshiro. We're gonna give him, again, you don't need to give her the buff. She's battle buddy. She took the crit rate. You want to buff him with attacks and damages. So I'm going to give him that because I want to give him the crit damage as well when I can push and buff. Now when I attack, look at the core. It's 4. Now one of them will be 3. And it's the one that is not slash because he hits with shot damage, right? And she hits for not shot damage, she hit for slash damage. Now I will not be doing her second skill because I want to buff her again or use the buffs. But here we go, let's do it here. Wow, why am I buffing her even? Let me leave her. And she crit, see? So the crits are working now on my behalf, right? Which is absolutely fantastic. Here we go. And I can support. You see 1 slash and a half, right? So I can give the crit damage to her if I can buff her. And now she got the damage, the crit damage. So when she crits, she's gonna do extra damages. I need to do slash more, so I need to pay attention for this. Here we go, bam, here's slash. I'm gonna do his second skill. First of all, you wanna go and remove the normal attacks, then you wanna remove the slash damage so you can break the boss. Wow, good damages so far. I think I'm a buff. Yeah, I should buff her. I already gave her 1 buff, this is second buff. So basically 2 of the characters that I have on my lineup now has the morale, right? So if you're gonna go and check for her here, let me check her. So she has the specialist, she has moral. You see the moral here? So damage increase and combat skill damage increase for 3 turns. Beautiful. Now if we check Reno, he does have moral as well. 1 turn left, so I need to push him after this one. Let's go. Reno will do his attack, so I'm gonna do normal slash. Here we go. She didn't crit. You see the golden number? It's always crits, right? But when you do white number and golden number, there's extra damages that you're doing other than the normal damage that you are doing, which means it's the damages from doing the ice damage, extra ice damage that the team is providing here. And here we go. We broke his score, and now I think Mina will go and hit this because she's the battle buddy. The battle buddy is the one to do the follow-up. Now we need to buff him again with the moral, and we're gonna do her ultimate. So everybody will take everybody on the lineup. Her ultimate. When we click her ultimate, everybody on the and now if I click the ultimate of Hoshina after this one, because it's 1 or less, it will give him as well the buff for everybody with the crit damage. So everybody that had moral before now will get the buff of her skill. This is the best support. These 2 supports is a must build, Mina and Hoshina, right? So I'm gonna go and after this one, yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna buff you, and then I'm gonna use this skill. Here we go. He has the crit damage, the crit rate. Hopefully we can freeze. When we can freeze, we can push the boss again. And now I'm gonna do his attack normally after this one. Bam. Yo, I love it with the freeze. So we push the boss. Now we can do the attack again. And when we do the attack, because it's an ultimate and we have only 1 bar or less, everybody that has the buff from him will take the crit damage buff as well. And she's the battle buddy, she gets the speed, so we can go and actually deal damages, and then we're gonna do, and she crits. Can you crit now, baby? Can you do another crit? This is a perfect video for showcasing the boss as well with the guide that we're doing. Oh my god, the crits with the crit damage. We're doing great. We're doing great. Guys, this is huge. I'm not gonna buff anywhere. We're gonna go and do normal attacks. Oh my god, these damages are great. Crazy damages. Yeah, I did go to 900 million before, but I just want to do it again. Here we go. I think I'm gonna start buffing after this, so we're gonna go slash damage, and then we're gonna start buffing. And we need to break his score again, which I doubt that I can do. I don't think that I can break his score again. Now, if I had Hoshina, I can do it again and again. So I'm gonna buff him, and we're gonna go and actually do his last final damage with him. We can buff him again. If I use her skill, then I use his skill. Yeah, we're gonna do normal attack with her. Because we that. I love it. She's getting all the crits. Did you see that? We are getting lucky, boys. Okay, can you do a damage that I need? Bam! I think 600k is 600 million. Yeah, above 600 million. This is actually nice. It's actually nice. I didn't expect to do that much damage, to be honest. I don't know. I've been skipping every day. The last time that I did damages, it was on Monkey's account. We did 900 million with Hoshina, which is huge, to be honest, not gonna lie. But on my account, wow. Without Hoshina, I'm dealing that much damage. That's great. Oh, I forgot to use her second skill. My bad. Anyway, we didn't crit anyway. So this is a decent result. I mean, 600 million, not that bad. I can reach 900 million. I think on if I have Hoshina, but Hoshina and Reno. By the way, it doesn't work without Reno. Hoshina and Reno, so you can hit the highest damages. I don't know if somebody did 1 billion, let me know. I didn't want to play this entire thing, but here we go, we played it. And yeah, these are small tips and tricks. Again, if you can go for Hoshina, the new one, he will help you a lot with breaking the boss. Now, if you don't want to use your tickets to get Hoshina, you want Sagan, like me. If I'm starting on Steam, let's be real. I'm going to get Sagan, and I'm going to pick Gen from here, because Gen for me is the same as Hoshina, but less damage, right? Because the new Hoshina deals more damage because he's a boss unit. Gen is everything unit. He breaks and he does multiple damages against everybody. Plus, I think he's a slash one. If I'm not mistaken. I don't remember completely. Let me check. Are you slash? No, you're not. You're shot damage, which is great. You can read it from their first skill, right? So he's slash. He's slash. Okay, my bad. Yeah, Bro, I didn't see this one. Okay, he's slash damage. My bad. So yeah, that was it for everything that you need to know if you want to start on the Steam version, which is coming really, really soon on October 1. And again, before we finish this video, I just want to tell you that I'm right now covering Raid Shadow Legends. I know, Raid Shadow Legends, didn't you try it before and you told us like, you're not going to play this game anytime soon? Yes. But the game has been revamped. I think it was sold for a different company and they started different things. They did a lot of changes in the UI. The game became from 10% free-to-play friendly into 100%. I can't say more than a number because it doesn't make sense, but it's 100% free-to-play. And they gave me a link that we can use and get 3 legendaries right off the bat. And now they have the TMNT collab with the Ninja Turtles, so you can get free daily login. On the 7th day, Michelangelo, that would be insane. I mean, if you want to go and check it out, I made a video. I will be covering this game intensively. And if you like it that much, and if you're following it that much, I'll be making a channel specifically for Raid Shadow Legends. And yeah, that was it for the video. I'll see you on the next one.